This January, I promised myself to start practicing being happy and failed miserably. Found myself even more unhappy and lost. But then, 3 days ago, something unexpected happened. I got up with a strong urge to get away. I didn't know where I was going, only that I had to go. And so I drove and drove, saw some beautiful places, did a lot of thinking. If you ever felt this way, stay with me, because this journey changed everything.
This year, my goal is to practice happiness. I know it's a very loaded statement, but I'm committing myself. And I do understand that it's complicated, but at the same time, brain is a muscle. And if I don't practice to keep reminding myself to be present, to keep reminding myself to look at things and process things differently, then I will just never get there, you know? But have I even started working towards that? No. Then I was like, okay, drastic measures necessary. I just got in a car and
Alrighty, let's go.
everybody around me were like, okay, go.
I took a highway along eastern side of Sierra Mountains and decided to drive all the way to Lake Tahoe, which, well, 8-hour drive if you go straight. But I took Tesla, so I had to add time for charging and stops. But it really didn't matter. To me, I realized taking a break from overstimulating city and daily busy life feels more like a necessity than a luxury. And older I get, less tolerance I have to daily noise and stress, figuratively and literally.
Wow, it is hot. You know, we forget the reality. This sun that you're looking at right now, every human in the world looking at the same sun. Before, now, ever. It's the reality, you know? We just kind of live in our heads. I know I do.
Every time I pass by this area, I have to stop by Mono Lake. It is one of the most beautiful lakes. Oh my God.
You know, I forgot. I did some years ago, I did a video about Mono Lake. They call it hauntingly beautiful. It's freaking hauntingly beautiful. I can't leave. Try again.
Do you guys get scared? I get scared to be alone.
I have a special space in my heart for like alpine lakes. It was a little bit sad for me to see Mona Lake because it's so dehydrated. I mean, there was no rain. The lake is drying up. I mean, it's California. We've got issues. I did a lot of thinking. When people say, oh, this year I want to be healthier, or I want to save more money, or those are actually one of the top things that people say, right? But I always thought that was like, okay, well, be healthier mentally is more difficult because it's complicated. Maybe it's not that complicated. I've done a lot of work and I understand where I come from. I understand what I am made of. I'm no longer confused about who I am. Okay, well, what's bothering me now? It's things that fulfill me, maybe different from when I didn't know myself well enough. I changed the way I process things now, but I didn't change enough my lifestyle. I was like, okay, so that's technically, it's just a goal of changing your lifestyle, right? Changing my lifestyle, which I'm not doing, which I'm not changing in action, not working towards what I want for myself makes me unhappy. But that's just the same thing as, you know, not eating healthy food. So I was like, okay, so that's technically, it's just a goal of changing your lifestyle, right? Changing my lifestyle. But happiness, that's not what it is. Happiness is being genuinely content with wherever you are this minute. But I'm always so wrapped up in what I want, then I will never be happy. So that was a lot of work I did during my drive. I got a place, it was fine.
I spent 24 hours in Lake Tahoe. It is just so insanely beautiful.
Wow.
It's a great place to reset myself into the present. Met a magnificent sunrise, stopped for breakfast, took my time journaling, and headed to one of the top hidden gems of the USA, Fallen Leaf Lake. Lake Tahoe, guys, is loaded with most amazing views.
Fallen Leaf Lake. It's a very small and very secluded area. It is so freaking beautiful. The roads are closed there. So I ended up hiking. I mean, I took a walk, 6 freaking mile walk, but it was good.
When you walk, it is a repetitive action, and you think, you look around, you're kind of falling into the inside your head, your thoughts take you places. And I thought about my struggles. I thought about my parents, who I lost recently. They had their struggles. I thought about how with every generation, we should do better, should learn to live a fuller and happier life.
That is a very pretty chapel. It just looks so old. Makes you feel there's more story to it, you know?
In 500 feet, turn left onto Emerald Bay Road.
In the morning, I got up, decided to go and have coffee. And I don't know, somehow Google took me to a place and it was a resort. I was like, okay, fine. Oh my God, the resort was fancy. I don't know how much it is. But I got their coffee, croissant, and I sat down. And then I looked at the colors of the lake. Oh my God, that was magic. It's like as if you got into a magic space. It feels like you're in some kind of a dome with all these incredible, incredible colors.
So this was the moment when I finally felt like, wow, I'm out of my head in the present, which feels like I'm on this journey of living life. And it feels like happiness. And I know I will bounce back to my old ways once I'm back to the reality I actually live in. But that's where it matters the most. So I just have to keep trying and keep working on it, as long as it takes. And maybe that's my journey. Happiness isn't about arriving somewhere, right? It is about being present wherever you are. And that's where I want to learn to be.